Hi, BrenTech here, where tech is made simple. So, late yesterday in my region on the 18th of February, Microsoft started finalizing the next optional bug fix C release update for Windows 11 24H2, which is KB5052093. And the update is expected to start rolling out next week, the 25th. So that would be next week, Tuesday, the 25th. And that's when we will get our optional updates starting to roll out for Windows 10 and Windows 11 23H2 and 24H2. And I have posted videos on 10 and 11's optional updates for next week. So just go check those out on the channel if you would be interested. Now, when the update does roll out in the next couple of days, if you do decide to install the update, because it is optional, the OS build for 24H2 will be bumped up to 26,100.3321 or somewhere in that point release vicinity. There's always a little bit of a difference with that point release for the build when it does roll out to the stable version. Now, rolling out gradually, which Microsoft likes to do with new features, we have 9 new features that are going to be introduced using a gradual rollout with this next update. So you may see some of these, you may not. And then we also have a couple of fixes, important fixes that are rolling out gradually as well. Now, first of all, the first new feature is Microsoft has improved the icons that show your battery status. So when your battery icon is green, like here at the bottom, your PC is charging and in a good state. Yellow means that your PC battery is in energy saving mode, and they mention that Windows makes this change for you when your battery power is less than or equal to 20%. And then red, they say, means battery power is low and you must plug in your PC as soon as possible. And they're also introducing the ability to show your battery percentage, which I think is a very nice move in the right direction, next to the battery icon in the system tray, which can be enabled or disabled if you don't want to see the percentage in your settings when this does roll out. And I have covered this before, but I think that is a nice move because I do think that that does need a little bit of work. And for the taskbar, we get a new feature with Microsoft saying you can now share files directly from a jump list on the taskbar. And as you may well know, jump lists appear when you right-click an app that has a jump list. And I think if you do a lot of different sharing, I think that may be a nice move in the right direction. And then also they've listed this as a taskbar fix. But apparently Windows, for some, was identifying an HDD as an SSD. So that could be a major problem. Although it's a small little bug, it could be a major problem at the end of the day. You could have gone out and bought an SSD and then Windows identifies it as an HDD, which could cause a bit of confusion and a lot of headaches, but that's quite an important fix. And then for Windows Spotlight, we get 3 new features, 2 for Desktop Spotlight and 1 for the lock screen Spotlight. So just a quick recap. You can turn on Windows Spotlight by heading into your settings, background, and there we go. And Microsoft says it's making it easier to find out more information about a background image, where now you can just hover over the image or click the Learn About This Picture icon. Okay, I'm not seeing that yet. Obviously, I'm still in stable, but that's what's going to be changing. And then the second new improvement for Desktop Spotlight is the update makes Windows Spotlight easier to find. And Microsoft says you'll notice changes to the icon color and background. Also, the icon will show at the lower right area on your desktop instead of the top right where it currently is. So that'll be its new default position there at the bottom right of the screen. So that's also going to be having a bit of a location change. And I've also posted a video on a hidden feature that was spotted in the Insider program for the Desktop Spotlight regarding Copilot and a new right-click context menu, and I'll leave that video linked down below and in the end screen. And then just to mention the lock screen Spotlight, apparently the update makes it easier to learn more about the image on your lock screen when you click the like icon. And then Narrator, as you may well know, which is an accessibility feature, in Windows that is a screen reader that describes what's on your screen. There's some new improvements for Narrator, where there are new functions for Narrator scan mode, with Microsoft saying you can skip past links. N allows you to go to the text after a link, use the comma to jump to the start of an item, use the period, which is your stop, to jump to the end of an item. And they say this is helpful when you read long emails, news articles, and wiki pages. And jump to lists. L allows you to quickly access a list on a web page or in a document. So that's a couple of improvements rolling out for Narrator, which is an accessibility feature, which I'm always happy to see accessibility improvements. And then the next is for Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass subscribers, where the next new feature is that Microsoft says some of you might see a new referral card for a PC Game Pass subscription on the settings homepage. With it, they say you can invite friends and family to try a PC Game Pass free. If you qualify, the card only appears when you sign into your PC using your Microsoft account. So obviously that's Microsoft's attempt to get more people to use a Microsoft account. And then for File Explorer, there's quite a lot going on, which I'm always happy to see. And in regards to the Start Backup button here in the address bar, which I have posted on previously, and I'll leave the video for this link down below, but a quick recap. You can now snooze or turn off the Start Backup reminder in the File Explorer address bar. Microsoft says this only applies if you are not already backing up your files and folder. And to view this option, just right-click Start Backup. And as mentioned, that video will be linked down below and in the end screen. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 fixes rolling out, where they've improved performance when it loads folders that have a large number of media files. And apparently when you entered a URL in the address bar, it might not go to the location. And then the third fix is something I have spoken about previously on the channel, where the address bar overlaps files when you use the F11 full screen mode. As you can see, something very strange going on there, so that's an important fix rolling out. No mention of the upside down see more menu going up instead of down, but I certainly hope that rolls out, because obviously when a build is in preview, it is subject to change. So I hope Microsoft does push that out to stable as well to fix that see more menu. And then the context menu opens slowly when you right-click cloud files. That's also been fixed. And then there's an improvement for thumbnails for cloud files that display more consistently now in search results. So quite a bit going on with the File Explorer. And then there's a new feature for HTML Help Viewer, where the update adds text scaling support. And then there's a fix for the Start menu, where the colors are wrong when you open the Account Manager flyout menu. This occurs, Microsoft says, when you use a mixed dark and light custom mode in settings personalization colors. And then there's a fix for scanners, where apps might not recognize a scanner is available when it is connected. I think that's an important fix. And then we get 3 audio fixes, where apparently Microsoft says that the volume might increase to 100% when you wake your PC from sleep. And the next fix for audio is you might hear a mute and unmute sound several times. And then the third fix is a USB audio device might stop working after your PC is idle for a short time. So some important fixes rolling out there for audio. And then there is a GDR Plus fix, where after you use GDR Plus to shrink an image, the colors of the image might be wrong. And then there's a fix for mouse, which is found under mouse accessibility, mouse pointer, and touch, where, as you may well know, on this page you can choose a color for the mouse that is not the default. And the problem here was when you choose a color, it reverts to white after the user account control UAC dialog appears. So that's also an important fix. Now those are the new features, 9 in total, and fixes rolling out gradually. So you may or may not see some of those fixes and new features. And then on a normal rollout, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 important fixes. I'm just going to mention these quickly. The update supports DST changes in Paraguay. There's a fix for an open secure shell open SSH known issue. So this is an important fix where the service was failing to start, which stopped SSH connections, and there was no detailed login, and you must then run the sshd.exe process manually. So that's an important known issue that's been addressed. And then there's a fix for the Get Help app where it fails to open on Windows Server 2025. 2 fixes for remote desktop. The first is there were display rendering issues when you connect to certain PCs, and the second is it stopped responding, which is an important fix. And then the last fix is for live captions. If you disconnect an external monitor, the live captions window might not show. So quite a lot going on. In our next optional update, KB5052093 for Windows 11 24H2, which as mentioned, will be rolling out over the next couple of days. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.